whatever emotion comes before the pause, once you pause, it intensifies that emotion. So if you've got the feeling of anger and you pause, oh, that is a pause of anger. But if all of a sudden I'm sad and then I pause, it's a pause of sadness. And think about how important the pause is in music. And I love the world of music. I love listening to orchestral music. And when you think about it, what happens right after a crescendo? It's a pause.
Silence.
The most important note that they play during that piece. Yet we barely use it. And what else does the pause do? When you pause, you give me time to process what you're saying. Yet we are so afraid of the pause. Now we're going to read it again, except the final foundation here with the voice is pause.
My name is Maximus, Decimus, Meridius, Commander of the armies of the North, General of the Felix Legions, loyal servant to the true Emperor, Marcus Aurelius, father to the murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
Oh, beautiful. When you paused, you gave me time to process the weight of what you're saying. You may have just shared the most brilliant plan for a marketing campaign, but because you rushed through it, I didn't feel the weight of how profound the strategy is.
There's something when you pause, you tell the person, don't you, act almost inexplicitly that they should really give a fuck about the thing you just said.
Yeah.
Like it really mattered.
It's important.
Yeah, because you're like giving it space to breathe.
What do they give you ultimately? Like, what does it ultimately lead to? Clarity. There's sounds that people don't like. For example, have you ever called, I don't mean to pick on real estate agents, but it happens a lot to me in Australia. When you call a real estate agent, it's, hello, this is James from XY Real Estate. And when you hear that sequence of melody, no worries, I'll put you on to the next person. And you switch off. You just go, oh, this person, I'm not really connected to that person. And all you have to do is you just tell them to switch the melody and just don't use that sing-song voice. And they call that a sing-song voice in the world of vocal training, right? You've got a sing-song voice. And if you keep following the same rhythm, you have a sing-song voice. So instead of doing that, just go, hey, it's James. How can I help, mate? You said the same thing, you just switched up the melody. That sounds a little more sincere.
Because it was a bit more varied.
Exactly right. And it's not what everybody uses. Because once everybody uses the same thing, all of a sudden it now sounds like a script. And it's what happens when people, again, the people that I serve, it's what happens is because they go, I'll let my work speak for itself. And I say, that's great. That means you do great work, but why not speak for your work too? Why can't we do both? Why does it have to be one or the other?